educational experience, I would hope. So welcome in. We're getting started, everybody. Let's make sure everything is live and active and ready to go. All right. Looks like we're good. We're going to give it a couple. Oh, yes, I am staying warm, Charla. Thank you. Trying to stay warm here in Canada. It is a doozy out here to stay. It's definitely cold out here. I'll tell you what, everybody. It is definitely cold in Canada. That's why I'm able to build a skating rink back here in my backyard, because it's that cold that you can do stuff like that, which is crazy. All right, everybody, we're about to get started. If you're watching this, I need you guys just to tell me where you're watching from. Welcome. I'm going to enable the chat. If you guys are in the Zoom link, I want to say welcome. Welcome, everybody. Everyone should be able to chat now. Let me just verify. So, guys, when I give these lessons, I need complete participation. This isn't just for me. I want to make sure that I tailor exactly what we're going to be going over to everybody as much as I can, to everybody's needs. We got Jay from Canada. Welcome, Jay. Welcome. Where else is everybody from? Remember, everybody, come on. This is a live training, and if you watch the recording, I want you to participate, because I'm going to be going back through these trainings, and I'm going to the recordings, and I'm going to be answering questions. And so is my virtual assistant, Jackie. We're going to be hooking you guys up with some stuff. So don't be afraid to participate, because again, like I said, we're here for you. We want to make sure that you guys are interacting, that you're participating. All right. So let me make sure. I think we're all good. I keep on saying let me make sure we're good to go, but I think we're ready to rock and roll. Stacin SV, awesome. Happy New Year, by the way. Oh, thank you. All right, appreciate it. I got some people saying Happy New Year. Oh, the new year is here, and we're rocking and rolling in 2025. So thank you for that. Yeah, let me know where you guys are watching from. We got people from all over. Kentucky. Ooh, what part of Kentucky are you from, Miss V? I got a deal in Lexington. I'm flipping wholesaling right now, so that's exciting. All right. Well, if you guys are ready to roll, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go over what today. We got Ohio over here. Atlanta. Oh, I love Atlanta. What is reverse wholesaling, Jay says? Well, we're about to tell you exactly what it is. All right. So if you guys are ready, give me a 1 right now. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll, because then we're just going to be going right into it. All right. Looks like we're good. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff today. I'm going to be breaking down some live calls. We're going to be breaking down door knocking, what that looks like. So, man, like I said, I'm excited for you guys. We got the vibe board here ready. I'm about to start writing. So if you guys are ready, the video seems to be unstable. Charlie says the video seems to be unstable. Man, honestly, maybe my internet's not that good, but I do have this being recorded. So anything you guys miss, guys can come back and hit. How is the video, by the way, for everybody? Because I am shooting this live in Canada. All right, so in the countryside. So this might be the internet might not be that good. So let me know wherever you guys are watching from. How is this? How are you guys getting? How's this coming through? Is it unstable? Is it coming in clear? Because I'm about to go right into it. Once I go in, ain't no stopping me. I got to keep going. Stable, clear. Jay saying it's stable and clear. Awesome. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, without further ado, there's no time to waste. I got a lot to go over today. Awesome. Cliff says he's good. All right. Let's get into it, everyone. So how to reverse wholesale the painless way. All right. If you guys don't know what reverse wholesaling is, we're going to be going into that. And what is the painless way? My name's Nathan Payne. It's the way that I reverse wholesale. Okay. I go by Professor Payne now, because in 2025, my whole goal is to help you guys crush it, to help you guys absolutely crush it. All right. So let's go right into it. If you're today, you're guys going to be getting the ultimate guide to building your buyer relationships while taking action on deals. So stay until the end because I'm going to be giving you guys my scripts on how to talk with cash buyers. All right. So don't worry about that. You guys are going to be getting that. Just stay to the end and comment ready if you guys are excited to learn more about this game-changing style. Go ahead, comment in the comment section wherever you guys are watching. Just say, I'm ready, and then we're going to dive right into these slides because, like I said, I got a lot to be going over with you guys. I want to make sure that that you guys are with me. Okay, we got some people saying ready, ready, ready. Awesome. And by the way, if anybody's watching this in the Facebook group and it's looking unstable, I'm going to throw my Zoom link for you guys real quick so you guys can hop into the Zoom because I am shooting this in Zoom right now. So if you guys want a more stable link, if Facebook is giving us issues right now, I'm going to give you guys this link right now. So hop up into if you're watching this in the Facebook group and the internet's not stable, go ahead, hop into the Zoom link. All right. Let's go right into it, everybody. What the heck is reverse wholesaling, and and how can you guys use it to get more deals this year? Okay, let's go. Before I dive in, everybody, into what is reverse wholesaling, I want to get to know you a little bit better because when I'm teaching these things, like I said, they are live, and I want interaction because the more that I can know about you, the more I can make these lessons tailored to fit and help you out in your journey. Okay. So I want you guys right now, if you are newer to investing, type 1. If you've closed your first deal and you're ready to grow, type 2. And 3 is if you're experienced and you're just looking to optimize and scale. I want to know who my audience and who I'm talking to at the moment, so I can, like I said, gear this to you guys because maybe I don't want to be using like terminology that's a little too, I don't want to say too advanced, but like too much where you guys are like, what is he talking about? I want to help you. I want to make sure you understand. And your participation is vital, guys. It's vital for me to be able to give you not a boring lesson because I don't want you guys napping and falling asleep. So the more you engage, the more we're getting out of it. And like I said, the more I know about your journey, the better that this lesson can be and the better I can get in the future on teaching. Okay, so I'm looking at the comments right now. We got quite a few people that are brand spanking new, which is great. We got a 1.5, so it means he's pretty much close to getting a deal. 2, congratulations, Alex, for getting a deal. All right, and again, if you haven't done a deal, that's totally fine. That's why you're here, and this is why I'm teaching you guys this, because I think, honestly, reverse wholesaling is honestly one of the best ways to start, or the best way to start as a wholesaler. And we got Brian, who's done a deal. Congratulations. Let's all give Brian a round of applause. Not only has he done deals, but he's done several deals, and he's looking to scale and grow. Congrats. All right. So now that I know who you are, let me tell you guys a little bit about who I am for a quick second. My name's Nathan Payne, also known as Professor Payne. Why am I known as Professor Payne? Because I'm here to teach you guys everything you need to know about wholesaling and to make it simple. Okay, I've done over $1 million. I've done millions of dollars in transactions. Helping wholesalers close 2 to 3 deals is my goal, my passion. And I'm the founder of Painless Flipping because last name's Nathan Payne. I like to, my goal is to make this painless for people. And the founder of not only that, but the painlessflipping.com, the one-on-one apprenticeship. I work with people one-on-one to help them get deals. All right, that's what I do. All right, and these are checks that I've done. I've done big checks, little checks. I've done them all. $197,000 was my biggest deal so far, and all the in betweens. The reason why I show you this is not to brag. It's just to say, hey, there's a lot of gurus out there, a lot of fake people out there. So I'm here to show you I've actually done this and I do this business. So I got my degree in business management, entrepreneurship. I wanted to be a teacher my whole life, but didn't align with my financial goals. So I got my degree in business and went into real estate. But my real passion has always been teaching. So why do I do this is because I've been able to be successful at real estate investing. And now I love to teach it. Okay. So now both my passions have aligned, and as hopefully you guys can feel my energy. I freaking love to do this. It's so fun for me. Okay. So teaching is my passion. My goal is to make wholesaling simple. And I just have one little favor to ask of you guys, everybody that's watching this now or in the future, just one little favor. At the end of this presentation, will you guys give me a grade? Will you grade the Professor Payne? Will you say, hey, Nate, A, that was an A+ performance. B, C, D, F, you stink. I need you to do way better. Not that good. I was bored during the lesson. That's what I want. I want your feedback, everybody, because again, if these aren't enticing or if these aren't appealing, if these aren't good lessons, I got to know. I want to make sure they're good so you guys can enjoy them and I can make them better. So if you guys are willing to give me a grade by the end of this, just type grade in, just comment grade so I know. We got some people willing to either roast me or give me some props. Either way, I just want to make sure I'm coming with the sauce, guys. I want to do my best. And if you guys see this right here, I love teaching this, not only because I like teaching, but because people can make money from what I'm able to kind of show them. And these are just a bunch of checks and people that have left me nice things to say. So that's what that's all about. All right. Thank you. I got some people saying great, so they're willing to do it. Now, guys, now is the time. We're about to dive into the sauce, into the meat of this. I need you to go out and go get, if you don't have one yet, go get some paper, some physical paper and a pen or a pencil and get ready to start writing. Because when I teach, I want you guys to remember what I have to say. All right. So if you're just listening, that's okay. But you're going to get way more out of this if you guys physically write down a piece of paper notes. Okay. You don't have to write down what I'm saying. You can write down thoughts that come to you, but get out a piece of paper and some pencil. Why? Because it helps you remember more. That's just how it is. Okay. If you write things down as you're listening, that's why they tell you to take notes in college and stuff, because it just helps you remember. All right. You internalize it more. All right. And here's a quick tip to you guys that are going to be watching this or are watching it. To understand something, but not to apply it is really not to understand it at all. It is only in the doing, the application, that knowledge and understanding are internalized. So commit to taking action on what we learned today and what you guys take notes on. That is so important. If you guys just listen, don't do anything, if you don't take action, you really didn't learn anything. It's only in the application that things are really learned. So if you guys are ready, if you guys got your pen and paper and you're ready to rock and roll, give me a ready. And let's dive into the meat and potatoes. Let's dive into this lesson because, like I said, I want to give you guys exactly what you need to crush it this year and forevermore. Let's go. All right. So, all right, let's go. You got to make sure my slide is here. What's the first thing? Right when we started this lesson, I think Jay said, Nathan, what the heck is reverse wholesaling? Wasn't that right, Jay? He said, what the heck is reverse wholesaling? All right. So reverse wholesaling is taught that traditional reverse wholesaling is focus on buyers first. Okay, that's what they usually teach. All right, and if you guys also, if you know what reverse wholesaling is, type in the comments what you believe reverse wholesaling is. I believe, and what I know, what I've learned is it's just finding the buyer first and then going to get a deal for that specific buyer. Okay, but there's a problem with reverse wholesaling. Okay, it's the problem is, in order to go find buyers, it might not, like, the main issue is when you call buyers and you don't have a deal yet, they're usually not that interested in talking to you, you know? Like, I don't know if any of you have called the buyers and just been like, hey, my name's John. I was just calling to get your buy box criteria. A lot of them are like, they roll their eyes. I've been there. I've gotten calls like that too. The main issue is they don't know if they'll ever hear from you again. So they don't know if giving you 5-10 minutes of their time, 15, whatever, is worth their time. I don't know if you've gotten that pushback. A lot of people haven't gotten pushback. Like, some people are like, oh no, I have no problem. And they're probably just talking to nice cash buyers. But usually, unless you have a deal or have something for them, it's not very productive conversation. Okay. That's what I've seen. So without a deal, it's hard to get buyers engaged in the conversation and to really, really commit to wanting to chat. Okay. So my approach on reverse wholesaling is not just waiting till you have buyers to do deals, but doing it simultaneously. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. All right. It's to combine building buyer relationships while with actively pursuing deals simultaneously. Also leveraging cash buyers to make offers for you. Having cash buyers make offers for you and helping you know where to be when deals are tight and close and you don't know what to do. That is another way that painless flipping that we do it with cash buyers, is we leverage cash buyers to help us make the right offers. Okay, so the goal is to maximize your efficiency and get deals done faster with creating long-term while creating long-term connections. Okay, so that's the difference between reverse wholesaling and the traditional way and what we're going to be learning today. And we're going to be going over specifically how to go find leads through knocking doors, how to talk to title companies to find cash buyers. We're going to be breaking that down for everybody here. So hopefully you guys love that, and I'm excited to do that for you. All right, so I'm going to start by telling you guys the problem with traditional wholesaling, not traditional reverse wholesaling, but the wholesaling model in general. And I want you guys to let me know if you have felt the way I felt and why what I do now has solved that problem. Okay, so when I first started wholesaling, I kind of felt a little bit icky. I felt a little bit icky and shady, telling sellers who were relying on me to buy their house that like they were relying on me to like go through with what I said I was going to do. And I just had a problem with like saying I could buy something when I wasn't sure. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem still, or if you're like, no, that's not really a big problem. But for me, this is the example. Like if I'm talking to a seller and they want like a number that just makes sense completely, like I know it's a deal, that's not a problem. I can wholesale it myself, or I can buy it. I feel good about it. But if the seller's like, I want, 150. And it's kind of like a tight deal and I'm not 100% sure, I don't feel comfortable telling the seller, yes, I can pay 150 when I'm not sure. And I don't want to just say, yes, I can do it just so I can try it, especially if they're, facing pre-foreclosure, if they have a tight deadline. I just don't feel good about it, right? Does anyone else feel like that? That they don't feel comfortable like saying, yes, they can buy something when it's a price that they're not sure. A lot of people are like, it doesn't matter. It's just part of the game. Just like lock it up. But for me, I didn't feel good about it. Okay. I don't have a problem if it's a great deal, but how many times do you guys run across a deal? It's just like 100% a great deal and you just know it without a problem. That doesn't really always happen, right? The deals that we usually run into, it's like iffy. It's like, maybe this is a good deal. Maybe not. I don't know. But you don't want to also lose out on the deal. You don't want to pass up on it because, I've had deals where I wasn't sure. And then I ended up finding that, someone was willing to pay $30K more than I had it. And I was like, wow, I just made $30K on a deal that I wasn't even sure. But that's because of the way I do it now, which I'm going to show you. Let's see. Anthony says, yeah, I'm never really comfortable saying I'm the buyer when in fact I know I'm wholesaling it, right? Now, you can be comfortable with the process I'm about to show you. And Jay says yes, I look for the buyer first. So Dennis says you look for the buyer first. I'm going to show you guys how to do this the painless way, all right? Because I don't tell sellers unless I'm sure that I'm buying it, and I do a different process. But that's why I came up with the painless flipping method and doing it the way that I'm about to show you guys. So a lot of you are saying, yeah, you felt that way. Again, I felt that way. I still feel that way. That's why I do business differently. But I decided to leverage, and that's why reverse wholesaling comes into play. When I run into a seller now who wants a little bit too much or a little bit more than I think I can pay. So let me take you through a scenario. Let me take you through what this looks like. I'm talking to a seller. Their house is worth about $230 ARV, okay, after repair value. I say, hey, you know what? I usually buy properties in the range of $100,000 to $120,000. That's where I usually need to be. Could you meet me somewhere in that range, or would you be comfortable accepting an offer somewhere in that range? And they're like, oh my gosh, no way. The lowest I can go is 180. Me and you both know that 180 is too high. Okay. Like in this specific scenario, the house needs to be fixed up. It's not crazy, full blown rehab. But anyway, it's just that 50K spread, like it's not that much, right? Like for us to do a deal. So I say to the seller, hey, look, I understand that you want 180, but let me ask you this, like how close could you get to my number? You're not going to accept between 100 and 120, but how close could you get to that range? Then the seller goes and says, actually, if you could do 150, I'll do 150. That's what the seller says to me. And I say, okay, 230 ARV, 150 is the lowest they'll go. That's pretty close. Okay, it's not 100% a deal when I run the numbers, but it's close. Maybe somebody might want it. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Has anyone ever been in a situation where it's like, it's pretty close? Now, what do? Do you just lock it up and just be like, well, yeah, I could do 150? this is what I do. And this is where the reverse wholesaling and leveraging cash buyers is coming into play. I say, look, if I'm to buy your property, I'm going to need it in between that range or a little bit closer. I know 150, you're meeting me a little closer, but I still can't do that. Look, I know some cash buyers that I work with, that I've flipped properties with, that can pay more than I can. Do you mind if I run this by a couple of them just to see if they can pay a little bit more, and I can work with them, and either I can wholesale. I don't say wholesale, but basically, can I see if I can wholesale it to them, or if I can partner with them and flip it with them? 99% of the time, the seller is like, yeah, sounds good. Sure. Go ahead. Run it by people. If you can get me closer. This deal is close, so I'm not going to walk away. Now I'm just going to say, hey, let me just run this by some people. I can sign a real estate purchase contract. I can say, hey, just give me 5 days. This contract is at 150. I'm not saying that I'm purchasing it at that price. I'm saying, let me run this by the couple of the partners I work with and just verify. Okay. Then I wholesale it. Right. And then if I don't get the offers I want to get her what she wants, right, above 150, then I'm able to say, hey, the partners that I work with, that we flip properties with, they're more around here. And then you're able to negotiate and leverage instead of just walking away. Because I used to do this. I used to say, when I was brand new, I'd just be like, okay, well, no, my offer is still in that range. I'm just do you mind if I follow up with you in case things change? And I would just put them in a drip, or I would just follow up forever and just be like, hey, you still selling? You still selling? And it just didn't make sense. Okay. So and it doesn't work. So instead, I leverage cash buyers that I know, that I don't even have to have this under contract sometimes. I just say, hey, do you mind if I just run this by a couple of the cash buyers? Bam, run it to a couple of people I know. I even do it with a couple of people I don't know, because I know how to navigate the conversation, right? Now, this is not something you do when you blast out to 1 million people or a giant list, because you don't know who you're sending it out to. You do it with people you trust and and that is reverse wholesaling. Instead of just going for specifically a specific buyer, I'm talking about you leverage the cash buyers that you have and that you can get that way when you have a specific deal. And you can find these buyers pretty much anywhere, right? We got some people, I go back and forth with buyers trying to get the buyer to give me their price. Okay. So yeah, getting the price from the buyer can really help you do more deals. Okay. Because a lot of the times we walk away from deals that people are willing to pay for, right? We just don't know. Like I did a deal where like everybody was in the range of like 230, and there was this random buyer came in at 350. He saw something that nobody else really saw. Okay. So when we did, and we ended up wholesaling to him and made 35K on it. Okay. But he was just way higher than everybody else. It just happens. There's buyers that sometimes are willing to pay way more than everybody else. That's just how it goes, which is awesome. But also it's not awesome because it's hard to know who those people are. Right. Yeah. Okay. Lisa, lately the buyers are haggling you. You got to haggle them back, Lisa. Don't let them do that to you. All right, everybody. So let's dive into step 1 of building relationships the right way. Now I'm talking about finding these buyers, right? How do you find buyers when you don't have a deal yet? Okay. If you're starting out, you're brand new, you're like, well, I don't have a deal. How can I do this simultaneously? Let me tell you what I would recommend. Focus on people that you don't need a deal to talk to in the very beginning. Okay. If you're brand new and you're starting out, focus on the people you don't need a deal in the beginning. Title companies. Title companies are great because you need a title company to work with anyway, an investor-friendly title company. And a lot of the times they'll give you contacts to cash buyers that they like, that they believe can help you out. Ask for connections to active cash buyers. Hard money lenders. You're going to need relationships with hard money lenders in case you flip a deal, in case you want to buy something. Okay. So see who they're funding deals for and see if they want to talk to you, if they're willing to connect you. Networking events, RIAs. We just had Dana, I think it's Dana, but she said RIA meetings, 100%. You want to go to RIA meetups because there's people there that are actively looking for deals. Now, guys, I have a script that I'm going to show you guys how to navigate on how to talk to cash buyers. But if you want that script, just type in comment script, and I'll make sure that everybody that typed in script, Jackie's going to go through here and she's going to hook you guys up. Just type in script if you want that script on how to talk to title companies and cash buyers. We're going to be sending that your way. All right. So those are the people that you can talk to, everyone, without having to have a deal. Now, if you just call a bunch of cash buyers, like pull a cash buyers list in your area and just start calling people, like you don't know if like that might be a productive conversation. I would say just talk to the title companies instead because, they're very, very friendly. Now, let me ask you guys, I actually have a call that I did and recorded where I called the title company so you guys could see exactly how it sounds. Would you guys want to hear that? You guys want to hear like what a conversation with the title company sounds like? So it's not just a, me just saying it works. Do you guys want to see what it looks like? Okay, now I ask you to grade me because I don't want to just sit here and teach you guys and be like, I'm the best, I know better than everybody. That's not how I work. I want you guys to let me know what you think and how I can improve and how we can learn together. So I'm just asking you, I would appreciate your feedback on this if you just gave me a grade. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F on this call. Let me pull it up right now. Guys, I have to, it takes maybe like 30 seconds to pull up, I have to change a couple of the streams just so I can get it, the audio to work. So let me do this really quick. All right. And I appreciate all the participation, everybody. Let's go here. And I'm just going to need your guys' feedback too, and to tell me if the audio is working, because I don't want to play a whole video. It's not very long, but I don't want to play a whole video if the sound doesn't work. All right. Let me make sure. Okay, hold on. Got to make sure. All right, I think I got it. Everybody in the Zoom, can you guys let me know with like a thumbs up if you see my screen? Okay, yeah, let me know. We get some people giving me grades already. They haven't even heard the call. They're already giving me some grades. I appreciate it. All right, let's go right into this call, everybody. Let's see if it's any good. It's not very long. I'm going to kind of skip around just because I don't want you guys to listen to the whole thing. But let's call a title company. Let's call a random title company. Let me see if what I'm telling you works. Who wants to put my money where my mouth is? All right. Perfect. Let's call one. Because you're like, hey, you ain't got the sauce, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so let's do it right now. Because I see all the people. They're like, he's BS and he doesn't know. Okay, so let's find a title company right now. Okay, so we're gonna type. So I end up looking for a title company, and I find one that I know quite a few wholesalers use, but I just typed in investor-friendly title company. It's that easy. Even you, my top buyer. I'm gonna say, come on, man, don't hold back on me now. I'm live. They're gonna think I'm a clown. All right, so 06. Okay, let's call them. Usually you get, when you call these title companies, you get like the secretary, like, so you got to bypass.
Thanks for calling Title One. This is Chris. How can I help you?
Chris, how are you? My name's Nathan, and I'm just, oh, yeah, awesome. Well, hey, do you have a couple minutes to chat? I just have a couple questions for you.
Okay, sure.
Good. So I've heard about a lot of my business, I guess people in my industry that work with you, but I've never worked with you. I usually work with GT Title. But
well, get over here, Nathan.
Well, hey, you know what? There's enough deals to go around. I might have to go over there. But one of my questions was, I have a lot of property. So I buy, I wholesale, I fix and flip. But right now, I'm looking to wholesale a little bit more because, the way the market is. But I was wondering if you have any like top buyers that that are currently still doing deals, because it's kind of hard for me right now to know, okay, who's really still buying? And, but I have deals. So I was wondering if you know any buyers that maybe you could connect me with that I could chat with.
Let me connect you with Scott Stevenson. He's in our the head of our marketing department.
Okay.
And see if he can help you out.
Okay. Could I chat with him now? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Yeah. Guys, let's go. Why are they excited to talk to me? It's because I'm bringing, sorry, this is loud. Why would they be excited to talk to me, Dylan?
Bringing in money, man.
I'm bringing them business.
Yep, business.
Okay. So, like I told you guys on the mind map, call investor-friendly title companies and ask them who's still buying. And I'm going to say, I'm going to bring them deals so they can close at your title company. You make money. I make money. You make money. Let's do it. And they're like, let's freaking go. And she's put me right in touch with the main man, Scott.
Hey, is this Nathan?
That's right. Is this Scott?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing really good. Scott, I don't know if she filled you in on, the reason I'm calling. Did she kind of let you know?
Well, she didn't really. I'm not sure she knew.
Okay.
She worked talking about?
Okay, well, no problem. Well, so this is the situation. So I buy, I fix and flip, I wholesale, and I've heard a lot of things about your guys' title company from other people that I work with in the industry. And what's going on is I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines right now with buying, unless I get a really good deal. But I have a bunch of deals that I think would be good, but I'm struggling to find who's consistently or currently buying right now in the market. And I was wondering, I mean, you guys are closing with investors. I was wondering if you could put me in touch with maybe any that are looking for deals that, you know, maybe close with you guys and it benefits everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do. I'll put you in touch with a guy who runs a group of investors I've been to their meetings before. Great guy.
Cool.
I think really do you some good. Let me look up his number. His name is Todd Porter.
You know, I've never heard of Todd Porter. Is he a wholesaler as well as an investor, or what does he specifically do? So anyway, I talked to him a little bit more, and he's a really nice guy.
Tell him I sent you over. Tell him the Silver Dollar Man sent you over. Everybody knows he's the Silver Dollar Man.
How'd you get that? So we don't have to listen to the whole conversation, everybody, but he went by the Silver Dollar Man. Really nice guy. So, all right, guys, give me your grades. A, B, C, D, F, good job, bad job. I want to hear your guys' feedback. What you guys are going to learn as you do this business, I'll just go until I get the grades. It's just, you got to take action. Sometimes you're going to get slapped in the face. Sometimes the title companies are going to say, hey, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know who the heck you are. But, sometimes it's going to work out great. So don't think like I'm doing anything super impressive. Like it's just I have taken a lot of action in my life in this job to learn that you just got to go for it, right? You just got to go and take action. So I see a couple of the people coming in. They're saying, thanks guys. You're saying I did a decent job. So that means a lot to me. Let's keep going. All right. Let's see. I just want to see these comments. I got to pull the comments back up. Okay, we got mostly A's. What other we got here? I want to learn more about running a team of investors. Call me the manager. I love it. I'm a tough grader, but you get an A. Wow. I appreciate that. Yeah. No, I understand being a tough grader. So thank you for hooking me up with that good grade. All right, everybody. So let's go to the next slide. Let's see. So we're almost done, like halfway through. Now I have a couple more demos that I want to give you because, again, this is not just like me flapping my gums and just telling you what you should do. I'm showing you a lot so you can learn more visually and like you can see how it's applied. So as you're finding cash buyers, whether that's through title companies when you don't have deals, RIAs, hard money lenders, you can you're simultaneously looking to find deals. Okay, so look for deals where buyers are buying. That's the key with reverse wholesaling. So you need to be able to know where buyers are buying, and you can use software for that. A lot of people are like, am I in a good market? You're in a good market if there's buyers buying, okay? Because that means you can flip it and you can sell it. It means you can wholesale it. It means there's a bunch of different options, okay? So what are some ways to do deals or to find deals? Driving for dollars is a good one. And these are all like if you're on a smaller budget, okay? So direct mail, cold calling, texting. Now, today we're going to be going over knocking. That can be scary for some people, but I've been knocking doors for about probably 9 years of my life, 2 years on a church mission, and then I did 6 years door to door. Guys, knocking is efficient. It's effective. You just have to do it the right way. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it in this industry because a lot of people can make really good money doing it. All right. MLS, I see some. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of ways, right, to find deals. But I appreciate you for throwing that in there, Robert. But today we're going to specifically be going over knocking. I know a guy that's he owns a mortgage company that does refinances for people. And when the rates go too high and he can't really refinance people, he stops doing that business because it doesn't really make money when rates go too high. And he goes and wholesales and fix and flips and he does real estate. And what is his main strategy? Is knocking doors. He just hires a couple people to go specifically target and knock doors. He's really good at negotiating. And he makes millions of dollars. Okay, so it works. So simultaneously attend meetups and find buyers. And remember, take action while building relationships. All right, so we're going to be going into knocking doors right now, everybody. So how to knock areas with investor activity to find deals. Okay. So how to target the right areas. You don't want to go knock in a neighborhood where if you find a property, it's a waste of your time because no one's going to buy it. So that's what we're going to be talking about. You got to use platforms like Batch Leads and Privy to know what areas are investor friendly. You can farm areas. Farming is instead of going for specifically to a specific door, you're like, okay, I'm going to canvas or farm this specific area, like this neighborhood, because I know investors love it. And if I find someone that's open to selling, then I know I can potentially sell this thing. Knock on houses that look distressed and mark homes as if you're driving for dollars. Okay. So when you're knocking and canvassing areas, right? Like you're just specifically going to the ones that look distressed, right? And if you're in a nicer neighborhood, then I would recommend knocking an area that looks like there's a little bit more distress. Now you can knock every door. I did that as well. And that works too, because you just really never know if the person wants to sell. But for me, I would go to an area and I would specifically knock on the doors that look like they're a little distressed. And the people don't answer, you want to leave a note on the door for people who don't answer, a handwritten letter if you can, something like this. Get a little notepad piece of paper, write on it, and then stick it right on the door. Pretty simple, okay? A little sticky note. All right. And mark it. If they don't answer, obviously you can mark it on your Batch Leads has a Driving for Dollars app where you can mark properties and then you can send mail to them. You can pull a list and you can mark it to them. But if you want to be more targeted, which I highly recommend, that if you have less time and you want to be more efficient, just target specific lists. Like list stacking, but for knocking doors. So the guy that I was telling you about that makes millions, he goes and knocks doors, pre-foreclosures, divorce, probate, right? Not so much probate because that's unfortunately the person has passed away, so they're probably not living there. But pre-foreclosures, divorce, tax lien, you can specifically pull those lists and go knock. Why? Because those people are getting bombarded by calls, texts, they don't want to answer. But if you knock the door, and there's a lot of extra like sauce and like tips on how to do this effectively, but I'm just giving you the 100-foot overview. All right. So do you guys want to see like a quick demonstration of like how to know what area to knock? I can show you some like Batch Leads and Privy, depending on which ones you guys have. That I have both, but both are good. I can show you how to identify what areas to go for if you're interested. And I can show you what and after I show you where, I can show you what I say. Okay. This guy Benjamin's like, when are we getting the script? I'm tired of you talking. I'm just messing with you, Benjamin. But yeah, you're getting the script by the end of this lesson. I promise, Benjamin. He's like, man, just give me the dang script, Nate. Okay, you're gonna get it, man. And even if you have to go, I'll still hook you up. All right, don't you worry, because I'll take care of you. All right, so. Does anybody want to see a demo? Because I don't have to. This is tailored for you guys. I can show you quickly like where to go to knock using software. And if you're like, nah, I don't really care about that, we can just jump right into what it looks like to knock a door and what you say. Okay. How does door knocking work for people in Canada? Jay, door knocking in Canada is the same as America. All the same, brother. I know the problem with door knocking in Canada, though, is the data. You are not able to like really pull lists to know who's in pre-foreclosure, but knocking is still good. All right. I see quite a few people saying yes on the demo. Let me just show you really quick, guys. This won't take long. And then what I think the real sauce is, what's really good is if I can show you guys how to like how my approach is at the door, you're going to see it's not that scary. Okay. Can you send me the info on the Privy, please? Yeah. If any of you guys want to get Privy and you don't have it, let me give you guys my affiliate link. If you guys sign up with a free trial on this link, they give me like a couple dollars. All right. So if any of you guys want to try it, let me see if I can get you guys the actual link. I should have already had it already because I think some people might want to try it. Let's see where this dang affiliate link is. And then all you guys have to do is for the to get the discount, you just got to type in Painless, PAYNELESS. And then if you guys are like, I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you Batch and I'm going to show you Privy. Both, I like both. Okay. Do I have a preference? To be honest, they both have their strengths. But in these links I'm sending you, you get discounts. And I think Privy has Batch Leads has like a trial period, like a free trial period that I would check out. All right, so let me show you how to do this with Privy first. Is everybody ready? Give me a 1 if you're like, all right, I'm ready to rock. Ready to go. Okay, good. All right, so let's take a look at this, guys. So on Privy, what you can do is you can go and say, okay, show me all the fix and flips in like a specific area, right? So it's as simple as just going to the home tab and just going to fix and flip. You can even filter it. You can filter for like, okay, I want properties that are like super cheap, and I want to know where investors are buying. So this is showing where like all the opportunities are right now and where investors are buying. Okay. So I can go as simply as just going to their homepage and typing on deals and fix and flips. I can see where there's a lot of investor activity. Okay. So that would mean as simple as like, if I want to go knock in this area, I would know that there's a lot of opportunities that investors are interested in that are below market and where people are buying. Okay. So that's as simple as that. Like, it's not really super complicated, guys. If there's a lot of properties that are popping up on a Privy, that means like investors love the area. If you live in Tampa, if you live in Orlando, if you live in any of these major metros, it's as simple as like saying, okay, well, obviously there's people that are buying there because just because like it's a highly populated area and people want to do deals. Now, if you are living in Blownstown, there's just not that much activity. It's not that big of a populated area. People probably aren't that interested in flipping properties there. So does that make sense? Hope all you guys are kind of vibing what I'm saying. You can quickly see where the activity is if you zoom in. I don't need to do the whole thing, but that's what you do on Privy. You're just like, okay, where's the investor activity? Where are deals? Where's activity going on? Let me go focus in on this area, because if I get a deal, I know I can find a buyer there. It's as simple as that. So Privy is pretty cool because not only that you know what areas to go, but it gives you opportunities of like potential deals that you can do if you work on the MLS. Now, we're not going over that right now, but that's an example. I want you guys, can you guys give me a 1 if that makes sense? Yeah, then farm those areas, Cole. So like, for example, if you live in this area, you can say, okay, there's quite a bit of opportunities going on around here. If I knock this area, there should be buyers that are interested just because there's opportunities here and there's buyers that have bought in here. Okay. So you guys, if you guys understand that, give me a 1. Now for Batch Leads, I'm going to show you what I like to do, because you can see where investor activity has been as well. So we'll go to Salt Lake City, Utah. All right. All right, so we can go here, and this is my stomping grounds. And this is where you can know where the investor activity is at, okay? So if I go here and I mark this area, I can find out where most of the properties, most of the flips are going and where the cash buyers are buying. So I go on market, and I can go to sorry. I didn't read that. Okay, so I can go here, and I can say, where are cash buyers doing deals at in this area? So on market, and I can go, let's see, cash buyer. So what this is saying, this says these are where people have purchased deals for cash that are cash buyers and flip them, okay? That's what the filter is saying. Now, because I live in this area of Utah, I know that like deals are pretty hot. Like if you get anything within like the Salt Lake City area, okay? Come on. Honestly, I think my internet's a little slow because this is not in this area. I actually probably need to go a smaller boundary, because I just went for like such a big spot. That's honestly my problem. So we're going to go here. Yeah, I went way too big. Okay, here we go. So again, this is what you do. You say, okay, where should I go farm? Where should I go knock? Where are the deals happening? Come on. There we go. So these are properties that cash buyers have bought and they've either fixed and flipped. Yeah, they're trying to sell them on the MLS. So you can go in here and be like, dang, yeah, there's quite a bit of opportunities that have happened in this area where people have bought and they've fixed and flipped. Okay. Now the data might not be like super centralized where you're like, oh, there's so many going on here. Let me go knock here. But these are just good examples, right? Of like, okay, if I canvas this area, go farm this area, there's going to be enough cash buyers that we're going to be interested here where I could sell it quickly because you can see all the opportunities, right? Like probably not so much in here, right? Like probably here and here. Okay. All right. Give me some feedback, guys. Like, is that demo kind of helpful? Like nothing mind-blowing, nothing needs to be mind-blowing, but it's as simple as looking at where the cash buyers, where the data is, and just saying, okay, that's where I'm going to go and taking action. All right. So now that you guys know how to do that, could you list stack with this method? Of course you could list stack with this method. Yeah, you could definitely say, let me go knock all the pre-foreclosures and people that are behind on, have a tax lien. You could do that, right? And that would enable you to focus on, boom, let me go after those, the right people. Okay. So, and someone says, I thought Privy wasn't for wholesalers. It is. Privy is for wholesalers because I would say majority of the people that use it are wholesalers. Okay. So now that you guys know how to do that, I want to show you exactly how to approach someone when you knock, right? Because that's the next step is, okay, now I know where to go. Now I know that you want me to leave handwritten letters and flyers at the door. What do I say? All right, let's get right into it. That helps centralize your efforts. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Okay. So now I got to share my screen again. Give me a second. Everybody, sorry about that. But for the audio to work, I have to share like a specific tab. So let's see. Boom, boom. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm going to share it again. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to type in Nathan Payne knocking doors. I have the link, but I'm just going to try and look it up. There it is. I'm on the top video, even though it doesn't have that many views. All good.
Nice meeting you. Have a great day, okay? I wish you knock doors. You kind of want to look for ones that look like they need a little bit of work. Because if you go,
can you guys hear this right now? Just want to make sure before we get into it. All right. So I had one of my students who was into film. She just followed me as we knocked doors, and I tried to get a deal. So this is just like some footage, like live footage of me doing it. Now it's nothing that's gonna. Again, everything I'm doing, it shouldn't be mind-blowing because a lot of it is just taking action and having the confidence to go out there. But let's see how I do. All right, everybody, I also want some grades too because maybe my door approach isn't as good as what you guys would do, but let's get it. Let's get it done.
Go knock like a brand new house. It might not be worth your time. Hey, how you doing today, sir? Hey, I got a quick question. We're just in the neighborhood. We're investors. We're looking to see if anyone in the neighborhood is selling their homes. We're looking to make offers, cash offers to people for their houses. No? Are you guys by chance selling? No. Okay. And you're not sure of anybody else that is? You guys have a great day, okay? See ya. Hey, this is what you're going to get. It's like, what the bump? What do you want? And the thing is, it's just a simple question, You're just like, hey, are you selling? We're real estate investors looking for properties to buy in the area. Would you by chance have any properties that do you know anyone that's selling? Or are you by chance selling? Go knock it. What I'm usually looking for is outdated homes, maybe taller grass, lawns that aren't taken care of so well. I also ask them if they know anyone, so it's not so direct. Because if you just straight up ask someone, you're like, hey, are you selling your house? Might be a little weird, right? So I say, hey, do you by chance know anyone? Hey, how you doing today, sir? I'm just going around the neighborhood, seeing if you know anyone that by chance is selling. I'm a real estate investor looking for properties to flip. Are you by chance selling? Have a great day. See ya. This does look official though, right? Yeah, it does. There's nothing here. Just paper. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, my name's Nathan, and we're just going through the neighborhood. I'm a real estate investor. We're asking if you, by chance, know anyone that's selling. We're looking for properties to buy. No? Are you by chance selling this house, or?
No, we're not.
Okay. Well, you got to take your shot, right? That's what we're going for. Okay. Well, have a good one. See ya. If you wanted to be super efficient at this, you could have like a card or like something you could give people. I think that would be more helpful. And then like, hey, real quick, let me give you my number. And they're like, nah, get the bump out of here. Are you having a good day? Oh, I'm not selling anything. I'm actually going around
This is the last
asking
one
if
I'm
I
gonna
can
show
buy
you.
something. I'm a real estate investor going through the neighborhood asking if you, by chance, know of any of your neighbors, if they're selling or not.
No, we bought this house just 4 years ago.
Yeah?
So we're not, and we really don't know our neighbors yet.
Really? Well, it's interesting. 4 years ago, I actually looked at this house because I was going to potentially buy it. So you bought it. You're the one that bought it. Good. Congratulations.
We love this house. The land, the heart is awful hard.
That lady was extremely nice. So guys, my approach when I go knock doors is to ask people if they know of anyone in the neighborhood or if anyone else is selling. So it's not just like, hey, are you selling your house? Like, I feel like that's a little aggressive. And then I say, oh, okay, you don't know anybody? Do you know of, have you considered selling? Have you thought about selling yourself? No, I haven't. Okay. That's how I navigate it. Now, if I'm knocking on like a pre-foreclosure, someone that's like in pre-foreclosure, and I know that they're behind on their payments, I'm probably going to approach it differently than like just a random canvas. I'm going to say, hey, I specialize in working with people that are in the pre-foreclosure process. I got your information off the county data. I'm here to let you know that I'm here to help. I help people either stay in their home or, let them know their options if they do want to sell. Is there any way I can help you out? So it depends on whose door you're knocking, what information you have. But that's what I wanted you guys to know is it all depends, the script, the way the pitch you do, everything like that. So Jay says, how is door knocking different than driving for dollars? So door knocking is actually getting out and trying to talk to the person. And again, you would do that on, I would say, houses that look distressed and that like are a little bit more targeted. Canvassing is okay, but driving for dollars is just driving and just marking, not talking, not leaving notes, not doing anything. What did you guys think? Give me some feedback on what you guys thought about that my approach. Was that good? Do you think it's bad? Like, how could it improve? I'm really interested in seeing what you guys think, because that's how I've done a couple deals through door knocking. I did like a $17,000 deal, and that's just it. Like, friendly, nothing. You're not going to make someone want to sell their house. That's just like, you can't do it. So you're really just asking if they thought about it, and then you're taking the conversation from there. There's no convincing. Like, it's not like someone like loves living in their house and you knock on the door, you're like, hey, I can buy your house fast, easy, convenient for cash. And they're like, okay, well, what's your offer? Like, that doesn't really happen. People, they either want to sell or they don't. Let's see. Are they aware that they're getting videotaped? We need to ask first. Are we taking? No, there's some certain states where you don't need to get permission. I know some states you do. We weren't like, hey, do you mind if I film you? One guy was like, hey, why are you filming me? And we're like, oh, okay, sorry. But nothing, nothing crazy like that. Let's see. My feedback is to blur out her license. Yes. I honestly, this is like part 2 of the video. The first video we did blur. I don't know why that one didn't blur it, but no, thanks for saying that. I appreciate you, Benjamin. No, thank you. I agree. I don't know why that wasn't blurred. Find the worst house on the block. And another pro tip is you can ask them, hey, I totally get it if you don't know anybody selling, or if you don't want to sell, but can you point me to maybe the eyesore in the neighborhood, the house that like everybody knows about? Is there anybody that like you would like for us to reach out to and see if we could update? They usually know exactly who to point you to. And it happens every time. Oh yeah, go see this house. Like their house needs some work. They can definitely help you out. They want to help you out because you can help clean up their neighborhood or update their neighborhood. Okay. So if you guys thought that was helpful, that's what I wanted to show you on the knocking demo, and we did a demo on what to say. So now you guys kind of get an idea. Now we're going to speed through this last part because this is, I don't want to take all your guys' time, but this is the last part. So what is the painless flipping strategy? We talked about it earlier. When you have that seller now that wants to sell and they're not exact and it's pretty tight, it's pretty close, and you don't want to say, yes, I'm committing to buy your house at 150 when you don't know. What we do is we call buyers and agents to help you determine the right offer if the seller doesn't accept your offer range. Okay, simple. You can use Privy, you can use Batch to find cash buyers or agents that can help you, or use the relationships that you've built as you've been doing this simultaneously for finding deals. Negotiate the deal using their feedback and present the deal as a solution to the buyer criteria. Buyers and agents are more engaged when you have something real to offer them. You're going to have better relationships, better conversations. And we said, yes, love the video. James, I thank you for that. Now, guys, what do you say to buyers or real estate agents when you have a deal? That's a question a lot of you guys have. So this is the script you're all going to be getting at the end of the presentation, is how to talk to them. And I know we don't have all the time, so I'm not going to go through the whole script like completely, but I'm going to break it down like just the beginning parts. Okay. So let's go right here. Boom, boom. Okay. So you would call the cash buyer and you'd say, hey, buyer, hey, John. And you say, hey, this is Nathan Payne. How's it going? I was calling you because I saw you flipped a house over on 123 Main Street. I was calling because I saw you did the flip here, and I have an off-market property right around the corner from this one that I'm selling. And I was wondering if you were looking to buy in this neighborhood. Still looking to buy in this neighborhood. No. Buyer will likely ask you what the address is and some questions about the property at this point. Don't be afraid to give them information, everybody. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to give them the information. He might steal my deal. If you're doing the strategy, you don't really know if you have a deal yet because you would have already locked it up if you felt confident on it. This is, you're reaching out and you're trusting that you're verifying and using information from these softwares to work with people that are active investors. They're not going to snake you, all right? Give them the address and whatever information they're asking for. Don't hold back or try to hide any details. Okay. Because if you hide details, they're not going to want to talk to you. They can feel that you're trying to be like a little shady, not shady, but they can feel the resistance and they're like, ah. So awesome. Have you ever worked with wholesalers before? That's what we ask. Okay, perfect. So you know how the process works. One thing I can promise you though, is I'm different from every other wholesaler you've ever talked to before. I do things very different. If you've ever worked with wholesalers before, you know how it goes. 99% of everything they send out are trash deals. It happens a lot. I'm not calling it you guys saying that you're sending out bad deals, but a lot of wholesalers do. They send out trash deals at ridiculous prices, and they have overinflated ARVs, and they tell you that it's a 5K rehab when it's a full gut job, and they're trying to make millions on every single deal they do. I do things completely differently. Now, we're not going to get in the rest of the script, but basically you have the rest of the conversation with the seller, the buyer, and you just say, hey, look, there's a couple ways we can work. If you let me know, I'm in negotiations. If you let me know where you can be, I can negotiate my fee in there. Or if you just tell me the price that you want, and if you're willing to pay like 5, 10K above that so I can get taken care of, either way is fine with me. I just want to do a deal with you. And that's how you work with cash buyers that you don't even know yet, but you're going out and reaching out to, and you're telling them, hey, I think we can make this deal work. I think I'm close. Can you help me out? So guys, this is, let's see, really help me out. Yeah, 100%. I read somebody's thanking for the script. Yeah, you guys are going to get this. Don't you worry. I want to help you out, but we don't have the time to dive into the whole thing, but you're all going to get it so you can review it. That is the cash buyer script. Now, talking to a real estate agent, because a lot of the time real estate agents have cash buyers, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, how can I get the cash buyer from the real estate agent? You do not have to. Work with the real estate agent. They already have the relationship. So all you have to do is say, hey, I'm willing to pay you a commission if you bring cash buyers to the deal and get it done. And how do you pay the agent? You just pay them out of your wholesale fee. So if you make a $15,000 wholesale fee because they brought a buyer, and you agree to pay them $3,000, then you just take that out of your $15,000 fee, and boom, you made 12 and they made 3, but you got a deal done that maybe you wouldn't be able to get done. Now, I have a ton of videos on how to do more and how to talk to agents more. Don't have the time to show you them, but you can go to my YouTube channel and watch more of them. And again, if you use agents, which I recommend to find buyers, average fee that I pay out is about $3K. Okay, it's nothing crazy. It's just $3K. Agents are good to work with because they already have the relationship that you don't have to go out and like go track down cash buyers. Leverage them. All right. And again, comment cash buyer script just so we can go through and make sure everybody that's still on here or that will see this, Jackie's going to go through and make sure that you guys get that script. Okay. So if you guys want that we just went over. Now, we're all about shortcuts. We all love shortcuts here. I get it. The ultimate shortcut is partnering with wholesalers. If you are brand new and you don't have a deal, there's thousands of deals that need to be dispoed today. All right. So the only difference with dispoing other people's deals is the spreads. You're not going to make as much of a spread because there's a wholesaler involved. They're going to make money. So I just had a friend of mine. He called me and said, "Hey Nate, would you dispo a deal for me in Alabama? I do deals in Utah. Could you help me out?" He's like, "How does that work?" I said, "Let's split it 50-50. And if we wholesale, let's just split the wholesale fee 50-50." Just like that, so that's not a deal I had. He called me. Now, if you guys don't have friends that call you with deals to dispo, where can you go? Are you guys interested in me showing you the platforms that exist right now where you can just go and find a deal and call the wholesaler and say, "Hey, do you mind if I bring my cash buyer, run my cash buyer, this deal by my cash buyer to see if they're interested? Let me show you the platforms." I'm giving you guys everything. What does dispo mean? Dispo means disposition. That's the word in wholesaling for selling the deal. Okay, disposition, dispo. That just means trying to find a buyer for your deal. That's what it means. So I'm going to do a quick demo if you guys are interested. If you guys just comment yes, I can show you where to find these deals so you don't have to go and find completely go market on your own. If you want to do this quick, if you want the shortcut, let me show you guys how to do it. Okay, so all you do, check out all these dispo platforms that I have. So right here, platforms. InvestorThriveMarketplace.com, Sunday.com, Equity Pro. You got Investor Lift, New Western, New Net Worth Realty. You have houseofdeals.us. There's so many. There's just so many different platforms and they keep on going. Why do they keep going? Why do they keep on coming up? Because people are trying to leverage their time better and use technology. So now they're just putting tons of deals out there that they need buyers for. And if you were to call me and say, "Hey, I have a cash buyer. I think he's interested in this deal. Do you mind if I run it by him?" I can just throw my fee on top. Or if you don't have any cash buyers that you're working with, maybe we can just split the deal 50-50, like the wholesale fee. I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I'm struggling to dispo it. Yeah, if you can bring a buyer for it, why not?" So here's Investor Lift. I like Investor Lift because you can look at all these deals that are needing cash buyers, everybody. There's so many. So I'm not telling you that to just get this deal and just immediately just start calling cash buyers on it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying you would call the wholesaler directly and you'd say, "Hey, look, I have some cash buyers that I know that might be interested in this deal. Do you mind if I just run it by them?" 99.9% of the wholesalers are going to say yes. Danielle Martins is going to say yes. You know why? Because you're going to make her job easier. You're going to make her job easier to sell this deal, and you guys can split the fee. You can figure that out. But instead of having to worry about going to find your own deal, help other wholesalers. You're basically become like a rogue dispositions agent, a rogue agent that's like, let me just help people sell their deals. People are going to love that. Like, yeah, help me out. Because most companies are understaffed. Wholesaling companies are understaffed on dispo. They don't have enough people. So you can go out and reach out and help them dispo their deals. It's as simple as that. That's the shortcut, guys. And there's tons of platforms. We've done deals with New Western. We've done deals with people on Investor Lift. We've done I think I've done over $500,000 in JV deals. It's probably way more than that. I just used 500,000 because that's the last time I remember checking. But there's definitely deals to be done through helping other wholesalers do deals. Let's see. if we work with real estate agents, does split 50-50 to agent plus their agent commission? How to split profits when working? Okay. So real estate agents are different than wholesalers. So they are okay with usually making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 just commission. They don't care about like a 50-50 split. I would never split 50-50 with a real estate agent. That's not like, they don't need that, and nor would they ever ask for that, right? Because they're cool with doing like commissions that are smaller. So yeah, that's not what we're talking about. These are wholesalers. These are people that have found the deal and are looking for buyers. These aren't real estate agents that are trying to find like on the MLS. You're not going to be able to call a real estate agent and say that has a listing, be like, hey, will you split your commission with me? No, this is off market stuff. If it's a little confusing, I totally get it. But yeah, this is specifically for wholesalers. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm going to get to your question at the end, Benjamin, because we're almost done. And I just want to make sure we can wrap up quickly. But no, that's a great question. And Iris, we'll get back to you. We'll get to you as well. So how do you create long-lasting relationships, everybody? How do you do it? You go the extra mile, okay? A lot of people want to know, hey, how can I build relationships where people can work with me? And how can I build relationships where I can have great conversations with cash buyers? I built a lot of great relationships by taking investors out to lunch, and I pay. Sometimes they pay for me. So if you can eat with people, that's a great way to build relationships. Take them out to lunch. Say, hey, do you mind if I buy you a burger or something? That's a good way. The best way is if you can make them money. If you can make a cash buyer money, they're going to be your best friend. That's just how it is. All right. So make them money, bring them value, bring them deals. That's how you build long-lasting relationships. So now is the time, everybody. I see a lot of questions coming in. Now is the time. Let me know what your takeaways were from this. Okay. We're going to be getting to the questions in a little bit, but I want to know what your takeaways of what you've learned today. And at the very last slide where I tell you guys like where to get the scripts and where to connect, then I'll answer all the questions that you guys have, and we'll end. If I have to be here for another hour, that's fine. Let me know what your takeaways were. What did you write down on your piece of paper? What did you learn today? Was this helpful? Let me know. And as you guys are writing down your takeaways, I want to let you know the takeaways that I want you to remember. Okay. Build relationships with people who don't require a deal first in the very beginning. Title companies, lenders. Always work on deals while networking simultaneously. Use buyers and agents to help you negotiate deals and close faster. Deliver value to your buyers to create a long-term partnership. Okay. So as you guys are writing down your takeaways, I want to let you know as we come to an end today and until I answer your questions, let's stay connected, guys. If you guys, again, want the cash buyer script that I showed, just type in script, and Jackie will be going through wherever you guys are watching, whether it's live or later. She'll be sending you guys the link. If you guys are like, man, I don't want to wait for Jackie. If you're like, I'd rather just go get the scripts right now, I'll show you exactly where to get it right here. If you don't want to wait. All you have to do is go to my Facebook group, Painless Flipping Facebook group. I'm going to show you exactly. If you're not a member, you can go and join and we'll let you in. All you do is you go to the guide section, and in the guide section, we have free courses. You have the 9-day action plan. We have guide 2, how to pick your wholesaling market. I give you a cash buyers list. I spent over $40,000 on this nationwide cash buyers list. It has over 1.3 million cash buyers. Sounds really cool, but you still have to go through it and you have to build relationships. It's not like the magic list. Okay. I thought it was when I paid $40,000 for it, but it's not. Okay. You still got to filter it. But my expense is your guys' like gift. You guys can have it. So there's your cash buyers list. Guide number 3. Here's the cash buyer script along with training on how to call title companies, how to talk to people. And number 4 shows you exactly how to work with real estate agents to do deals. Okay. This is a full-blown training we used to charge thousands of dollars for. I put it for free in my Facebook group because I want people to do deals. Again, because I enjoy doing deals and I would like helping other people do deals. So that's where you can find it. If you're like, oh yeah, Nate, I don't want to wait for Jackie to send it to me. She might take a while because there's a lot of people commenting. So if you just go again to Painless Flipping, you can get it right there. Now, for any of you guys, this is a little plug into my apprenticeship mentorship program. If any of you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one and learning about my apprenticeship program, where we guarantee that you do a deal within 6 months, we guarantee that you do 3 deals in 6 months. Just book a call and learn more about it. Just go to painlessflipping.com if you're interested. Again, none of you have to do it. I can only work with a certain amount of people. It's not like I'm one of these giant coaches, gurus that has like thousands of people, clients, and students. I don't do that. I can't, because I work with people hands-on. I can only handle a little bit. It is a sort of a partnership. That's what this is. It's kind of like it is an apprenticeship partnership where we can do deals together. I tell you what to do so you can do the deal. Or if you're like, Nate, I need help. Can you take it over? I take it over. We do it. Okay. So go to painlessflipping.com. That's PAYNE, listflipping.com if you guys want help with that. And if you guys are watching this, and whether you're live or on the recording, if you found value in this, the only thing I ask you, if we don't ever work together and I never see you again, I hope I do, but if I never see you, I want you guys, if you could, this would be super helpful. If you could like, comment, or comment something nice, subscribe or share. That's just the day and age we live in. We live in the day and age where in order for this content, this information to get out there, there needs to be like engagement. The algorithm has to be like, okay, this is good stuff, so we should put it in front of more people. So if it's not this, like if you're watching this on Zoom, but if you see anything from me, it would help me out if you just like it, comment something nice, do whatever, engage with it, because again, that would help my stuff get out more. I don't know why, but Facebook doesn't want to put my stuff out there. It doesn't want to put my stuff out on social. It doesn't think I'm cool or whatever. This doesn't matter. But if you guys could help me out, and the ultimate is the share, because the share is like, dang, that's dope. So I really appreciate you guys. I love you all. That's why I do this. I know it is more blessed to give than to receive. Obviously, getting stuff is cool, but I like giving. It's just something I like. I like doing it more. And the cool thing about giving in this industry is it just comes back. And that's the eternal law. That's a natural law of the universe. When you give something, you always get back. Okay. That's just like that's in the scriptures. Okay. Again, it's more blessed to give than to receive. So remember that. Don't always be looking to get what can I get out of stuff. Look for ways to always give. I'm going to be looking at the questions now. So if any of you guys have any questions, throw them in there and let me start reading some of these. So we have good class, have to go to work. Charles, thank you. Where do I go on your page to find the cash buyers list? Okay, so let's do this really quick. And that one was from James. So James, you just go here to guides, and right after guide 1, you get the bonus is the free consultation call to chat with us. After you go through that, the bonus on guide 2 after going through this. So you want to go through the training so you know how to use what we're giving you. It's the bonus on guide number 2. You just click on it and you fill out the quiz, make sure you answered it, and then it's right there. Boom. Welcome. Painless Living and Pick a Market. Here you click on that, you get the cash buyers list. Did that answer your question, James? Great, excellent teaching. Thank you, ML. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bring value to wholesalers. Yes, anytime. Is your Facebook business page? No, Felicity, it's a Facebook group. I know if you type in Painless Flipping, Real Estate Wholesaling Simplified, it's a group. I do have a Facebook page called Painless Flipping, but that's not what this is. What I can do is I can just throw the link in there for you guys again, so you can just click on it. Will the scripts be on my email or text or both? So if you go, again, Jackie, she'll send you probably a DM or an email. But if you don't want to wait and if you go directly to the Facebook group and join, all you do is just go and fill out the form, and then we email it to you. As simple as that, ML. So again, it's guide 3, boom, cash buyer script. Just go get it right there. Does anybody else have any other questions before we wrap up? I think this has been a good lesson. I know I asked a couple of you guys to grade me. Does anyone? Oh yeah, Benjamin, you do have a question. While I'm answering Benjamin's question, I'm reading back. Benjamin, what was the question one more time? You want to type it in there for me just so I can make sure? I asked a couple of you guys to grade me. I would appreciate you guys if you gave me some constructive criticism, some feedback, so I can make these lessons better for you in the future. Because it's good, bad, could it be better? What did you like? What did you not like? I'd love a grade, love some feedback, so I can always, like I said, deliver and make these fun for you guys. Okay, I know Benjamin's typing up a question. Awesome. And Miss V said partnering with me would be great. Hey, Miss V, love to work with you. That would be awesome. How would you handle doing a wholesale using Privy while living in another state? Okay. So Benjamin, so Privy can be used not only for MLS deals, but it can be used for like data, like pulling lists as well. So when you say, how would you handle doing a wholesale deal using Privy? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like a deal that's listed on the MLS? Or do you mean like pulling a list, like an off-market list and trying to work with someone there? Because the thing with being in another state, Benjamin, is it doesn't matter. I'm in Canada, but I'm doing deals all over because you don't physically need to be in the state to do deals. You would just deal with everything over the phone, over Zoom. If the seller's like, hey, can you go and see the house? I would just say, hey, I don't live in the area. I don't even live in the state. I invest virtually, but we can deal with everything right now over the phone. So you don't need to see houses anymore. Like you get pictures, you can have people that can go see, you have cash buyers that are actually going to buy it if you're going to wholesale it. So yeah, you don't need to be there. I'm in New Orleans and I see an active buyer. I see active buyer in another state. That's basically what I mean. Yes. Okay. So if you have an active buyer in another state, you would just call them. Let's say you're in New Orleans and you're trying to do a deal in Kentucky. You would just talk to the seller in Kentucky and say, hey, I live in New Orleans. I invest in Kentucky. I'd be interested in talking about your property. Does that work? Then you go from there. You just chat it up and you make an offer. If they accept it, then, and it's a good deal, then you obviously you would wholesale it. Nothing really is different than if you live 5 minutes away from the lady's house. It's the same process. You just never go meet with them in person. If I had a contract signed, what is the next step? DM to your Facebook account? So Felicity, you should book a call if you're interested in working with us because we have so many people that we have already too many opportunities that we're working with in people in our program that if people aren't in the program and they want me to kind of look at a deal that they have under contract or dispo, a lot of time I don't have the time. So if you're interested in working together, I would go to painlessflipping.com and learn more about our apprenticeship. And if for some reason it doesn't work out that we work together, you can at least, we can point you in the right direction. So if you guys go there, check it out, Felicity, and anybody else that's interested. Simple as that. And this video kind of explains how it works and everything. And if you guys think that maybe it doesn't work or we're not legit, we got a bunch of reviews and people saying yes, it is legit. So it's nice. It's nice to know that it's worked for some people. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, let's wrap it up. I do a training every Thursday in my Facebook group and on this Zoom. I love seeing you guys here. I love the support. It means a lot to me. So I'm looking forward to you guys' success. Please let me know as you're seeing success because I'd love to give you shout outs on the social. If you've been here and you thought it was a good training, go ahead on the Facebook group and say, hey, that was a good training because I'll give you a shout out. It means a lot to me that you take your time to kind of give us some love. So I'm going to give you guys some love too. So appreciate it. But yeah, we'll wrap it up. Let's see. I got one more. ML, a plus man, best wholesaling class I have ever been, and Nathan leaned more than I ever knew. Just from wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. The fact that you would say that's so nice. Thank you so much. That's what I'm saying. Like if you could do me a favor and just go ahead and go to the Facebook group and say that on the discussion. So people who aren't making these calls can go, dang, that would be awesome. But I appreciate that, ML. the fact that you said that you learned more just in this hour class than you ever have, dang, that means a lot. So letting me know that, that's sweet. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate you. I wish you the best. Love you guys. And we will see you on next week or in the Facebook group. Peace out. Oh, snap. I didn't know I was still live on here. Let's see. I'm driving around putting sticky notes on doors saying I can help with my phone number as I listen to you live. I love it. I love it, Aaron. Freaking awesome, man. Do you need my email or how will this work? I know I may need to sign JV agreements with you. So you got to go to painlessflipping.com and let's chat. We'll chat there. Painlessflipping.com right here. Boop. And we'll chat about how we can work together, Ms. V. Have a good one, everybody.